the gods' curse now.
Together again.
What's up, everybody? So, I got Asgard's Rad 2, been playing it since it released. I've gotten about 20-25 hours into it so far, so I've played enough to kind of get my review together. It would take me forever to beat the game. I will beat it eventually, and if anything changes, I'll be sure to let y'all know. But anyway, let me start with, wow, this is mind-blowing. So, if all you want to know is, should you buy Asgard's Rad 2? Then yes you should. See you next week, everyone. So, all jokes aside, this is the best year since I started playing VR. First Quest 3, and now the best VR RPG I've ever played? Oh, damn. So, let me start with the companions. Your companions feel amazing. You can unlock and upgrade their armor, and also there's a skill tree for your companions, so they're just as useful in battle as you. They have special abilities, and you also have to use them in-game for puzzles, or just to ride around. I absolutely love the companion system. They feel alive just randomly talking to you or wanting to hit a fist bump. It's pretty cool. You find multiple ones through your playthrough. As the story gets deeper, I haven't found them all yet in mine. The ones I do have are awesome and help me feel like the game was alive. So the environment, it feels very alive, and I've never really quite seen a VR game like it. It reminds me of Skyrim, where you might see a turtle wander around, or a camel, or maybe a little deer. And yes, you can kill all of them and take loot off of them, you know, just like Skyrim, which is pretty awesome. At any place on the map, there could be a random encounter with very powerful enemies, which sometimes has very great loot. Just make sure to look in the tents that they have. It's very similar to Elder Scrolls series. You can consistently get loot. There is no overweight that I've seen. You can just keep getting loot till you max out the slot. Most of the slots have like 1,000, so it's kind of hard to max out. So you unlock different stuff you find, and then you go back and you sell it. Or you can craft stronger swords and armor. Also, the skills make you very powerful in this game, much like they do in Elder Scrolls games. There is a big skill tree, making some of your weapons have special abilities, which are pretty awesome, like this snake ability I found. So let's talk a little about combat. The combat feels very good and very rewarding, where you can block their attacks, you can dash around behind them, and you can cut the enemies in half. You can cut their legs off, you can cut them basically to pieces, and then grab their heads and their legs and throw them around. It's quite fun, I very much enjoy it. And you also, when your skills get better and better, you can literally stand away from them and be using this ghost blades with telekinesis in your hand, and basically you can screw all of them up and give them a very bad day. It's very fun, and I very much enjoyed it. I think it's better than most games I've played. Even though the weapons don't really have a lot of weight to them, they still collide with everything. They don't go through walls and stuff. They actually, collision is in this game, so I think it's a very good feel, and they they hit that middle ground real arcade very well, and I think it works great on this game. So I'll talk a little bit about activities. So around the map, you can collect stuff for side quests. There's plenty of side quests you can do on this game if you don't want to follow the main quest. You can freely explore, and you can even go fishing, and there's different size fish to collect. So yeah, it's kind of like there's a never-ending source of stuff to do in this game. I can't lie, it's really enjoyable just to go on your companion and go fishing for a little bit. And another thing that really blew me away was load times through like doors and halls. And they weren't all like it, but sometimes you would walk through and it will fade to black, and then it will just come right back on, like almost like you literally just walk through a door. It's really immersive and kind of mind-blowing how they do stuff like that. There's also like a dungeon mode. It's like a constantly changing level, and it's pretty cool because anything you get in that dungeon you can take out with you into the real world and to the real game. But there's also like a soul thing where when you die, you get to choose to leave your soul to help somebody or to fight somebody. And when you get to fight them, oh, it's pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I played about 25 to 30 hours now, and I don't think I'm anywhere close to beating it. It's an insanely long story, and it's open world, so you can kind of just run around and have fun and explore the maps. So the map is open world, but it's broken up into different sections. Each section is open world and gigantic, and it feels alive when you go to the next. The next part of the map, you can look back, certain objects, and you can see them all the way in the distance. It's kind of crazy. It makes the entire world feel alive. It doesn't make you feel like you're just entering a new level. It feels like you just walked across the world and you're trying to get to the next part, which sometimes there might be a cave in your way. There's a lot of different enemies in here. There's a book called a bestiary to look at. Different enemies like undead. There's a sphinx-like thing. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff. You won't get bored here. I've seen alligators and snakes, about everything you can think about. So, there is no jump button. But, you have a dash button, which leaps up ledges and down them. I still hate that there's no jump button, and you can't just jump off any ledge. You have to find the right spot. But that's fine, it's not really a big deal, honestly. I thought it was at first, but I found myself the more and more I played, the less I cared about it. The graphics. The graphics are kind of unreal. Like, yes, certain things look low texture, like a rock, but you know, that's kind of what they had to do on the Quest 2. Yes, Quest 2. They apparently are working on a Quest 3 optimizers right now for the game. We will see how much that helps, but I'm kind of blown away about how good it looks for how big of a map. It doesn't feel like they cut any corners, and honestly, it feels next-gen Quest. Like, this really does set a new standard for what people are going to have to do in VR, and we're getting closer and closer to those Elder Scrolls and Fallout games. Hell, I'd say this is just as good as Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I look forward to this game for a very long time. I've been playing enough now. I can honestly say we finally have a true RPG on Quest 3 Standalone, and I truly will be playing this every day. I can't stop playing it. It's one of the most addicting VR games I've ever played. I feel like I just want to keep jumping back into VR, what I've always wanted out of standalone VR, you know? And we finally have it. If I was to give this game a score right now, I'd give it a 5 out of 5. I've never played anything like it, and I've never had anything suck my life in and just really make me keep wanting to come back and play. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you like the content and you want to see more, then subscribe. It really helps me out. Alright guys, later. Oh yeah, Merry Christmas.
No more of these waters. Let us collect what we came for and leave this drenched place. Now we're getting somewhere.